Right. Welcome to today's class. My network is very bad, but I have nothing to do today, but I have to struggle to be here. My name is Julius Kavanda, and my business name is Wealth Coach Julius. I want to thank you for joining our call for today. It is the environment is not environmenting very well, but we shall try to environment it around and figure out until we get this done. Today, I'm going to be dealing with a very specific topic and a very special one that I believe all of us need to, and those are the new Royalq updates we have brought on the market already. I don't think I'm going to take much of the time. I'm just going to get into one by one. I clear them off tonight, and so that we can move very fast. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and I'm going to share my screen. I don't want to take any single minute because I don't want to get my network cut off before I finish. If you can see my screen and see my Royalq, give me one in the chat. If you can see my screen and see my Royalq, give me one in the chat. So that we start off immediately today's topic. So that we start off immediately without delay. Welcome, everybody. Now, on the updates that Royalq did, one is the clear view of all the trading gains and losses. You can now view the total gains and the total losses in your running strategy on the strategy page, eliminating the need for anyone to calculate. So you don't need to calculate whether the total profits in your account are in loss or they're in profit. When you open up your account here on your top here, you can basically see this is the total amount in all the coins, those floating and those not, and this is your floating loss. That was the first thing. I talked about it in the morning. Next, you can share your profits with your friends. So if you make profit, you can always come in here at this angle here, that's in the corner there, tap on it and share the screenshots of your returns with someone. Those are two, let me block this. Those are two main, those are some of the parameters that Royalq introduced. Number 3, you can view cycle profit status. So if there are people here who want to use cycle traders, these are people, if you don't know how to set your robot, you can follow someone, okay? So Royalq has been able to arrange them. You can sort them by default. You can sort them by chronicle order. You can sort them by highest profit in 7 days. And Royalq will always show you dependingly if they use cycle traders. I don't run any cycle. I had one, but I'm not running any currently. So you'll be able to follow through. That is now Royalq added here percentages able to make. Next, number 4. On Royalq, various indicators. Okay, I want to put my focus tonight. Although Royalq has been having indicators, Royalq has enhanced certain indicators. And here, you want to set up a coin. One, always you come here and you look for the name of the coin at the search button. So you search for the name of the coin. Let me say it is 1 inch. So you pick the coin and you go to create martingale strategy board. Next, then it brings you to trade setting. It brings you here to trade setting. Now here on trade setting, Royalq has been able to upgrade. Okay. And when you tap on trade setting here, and you tap on manually create here, or even if you tap on smart create, but it is here you are just following. So here, manually create, you want to create your own strategy. And that's where I'm going to share my training for today. When we come here on strategy period, we can always decide to say that we want our coin to be in a cycle or in a one shot. What do we mean by cycle? What do we mean by one shot? When it comes to cycle, it means that the robot will, let me say, it will buy, market rises, it sells, it buys, it sells, it buys, it sells, it buys, it sells. The only challenge with cycle, you need to be keen which coin you put in a cycle, because when the market starts now dropping, it will just continue buying, and you may find yourself stuck in a trade for a very long period of time. That's why we choose on cycle. But now, even if you choose on cycle, Royalq has added in some new parameters. You can now put the preset price here. How many of us can see the trigger price? Give me a yes in the chat if you can see down here. The trigger price. Give me a one in the chat if you can see the trigger price down there at the bottom. You can now put here your preset price. Instead of you putting your preset price the other side, you can now put your preset price here. Next, there is what we have a trigger price. So here you have decided first buy triggering condition. Your first buy triggering condition is a preset price. But you can decide to say your first buy triggering condition, you can use an indicator. An indicator like RSI, an indicator like KDJ, an indicator like MACD. Before I go to how these indicators work and how we are going to use them, I want to first share my screen and explain these indicators for you. All the three, I want to explain all the three indicators to you so that you understand them before I go specifically to how you are going to use them to set up your trades. You now do not need to do a lot of analysis. Royalq is doing the analysis for you. Are we following? Because now I want to go into the indicators. Give me a one in the chat if you are following. Give me a one in the chat if you are following. Let me know. Give me a one in the chat. Give me a one in the chat. You very, very well. Okay, let me see. I want to know if I'm loud and clear. Now let's go into these indicators. All right. Now the first indicator that Royalq has brought for us very clearly is what we call RSI. RSI. Sorry, this is an I. RSI. This is capital I. And this stands for Relative Strength Index. Relative Strength Index. Now, this indicator is very easy. You know, this indicator RSI is a line. Okay, let me use a blue move. It is a line, just like this. And as it is moving, forming these moves, you, the user of this tool, you can decide to make it give you what we call faster, moderate, or slow. And it comes in 6, 12, and 24. What is this? This means that this one is a faster, it moves faster because it looks at the recent 6 data points. Could be the recent 6 candles. This one looks at the recent 12 candles, and this one uses the recent 24 candles. So this one always, when you decide this one moves faster. This one is moderate, and this one is slow. So you can decide, and this is called RSI length. The length of the RSI. Do you want it to be faster? Do you want it to be moderate? Do you want it to be slow? So you, the user, you can say, I want my RSI to be faster, so you'll choose a 6 by length. I want my RSI to be moderate, you choose a 12 by length. I want my RSI to be slow, you will use a 24 by length. That's what we mean by RSI length. Next. Now, when this line is moving, it has some few parameters that are key that I want to focus on as we move. One, it has an area here. It also has an area in the middle, and also it has an area at the bottom. Now, this RSI in the middle here, it means it has moved 50% from here. Then here it has 20. Then here it is at 80. Now this area here, when it is below 20, that this coin has entered what we call oversold. And when it is at this area here, just coming near to 80 or 80 and above, we say it has been overbought. What I'm teaching is practical when I'm going to share my screen. So this is the RSI. So you, as the user of this robot, you need to know that once it goes above here, it is in the overbought. People have overbought this particular asset that you want to trade. And once it goes under 20, here in this area specifically here, just know this coin has been oversold. People have oversold this coin. And once it enters this area here, this coin has been overbought. Now I have a question. As a trader, do you want to enter when it has been overbought, or do you want to enter when it has been oversold? And so in between these 2 points, in between 20 and 80, it is a neutral area. In between these two, it is a neutral area. So this is oversold. This one is overbought. So as a trader, when you enter a coin that has been oversold, trust me, this coin has more potential of going up. And when you enter a coin that has been overbought, trust me, this coin has more chances of going down. Now I have a question. Would you like to use your RSI to buy for you when the coin has been overbought, or you want to use your RSI to buy for you when the coin has been oversold? Some answers in the chat. Some answers in the chat. Do you want to enter a coin where the RSI has been, that shows you that this coin has been overbought, or do you want to enter a coin where the RSI has been oversold? Some answers in the chat. Now, as you'll be using this indicator when you are trading, I want you to understand you will not need to put in an entry price, like we are going to see. You will not need to put in an entry what? An entry price. You will not need to predict the best buying price. You need to die on indicators. You don't need to have fear. You buy the area. That is very important. Also understand that this indicator is not suitable for coins that are very rapid. If the market, you see the market is moving straight down like this, or the market is pumping up like this in very fast, this indicator will not work very well for you. Am I clear? Give me a one in the chat. Okay. Am I clear? Give me a one in the chat. If the market is overdropping, the indicator will not work well for you. If the market is overshooting, the indicator will not work well for you. Give me a one in the chat if I'm clear. Now I want to go practical. I'm sorry for the late comers. I have nothing to do for you. But the good thing, the meeting has been recorded. My network is not good and I will not be able to stay here for a very long time. That's why I started on time. I'm not the one who told you to come late. No one should get annoyed of me. Okay, can we go practical? Can we now, are we ready to go practical on how we are going to use the RSI to trade? Don't need to do anything. You just set your parameters. And now we are going to use the RSI to give us an entry in the market. Let me say, use our formulas that we have been using before. You pick, let me say, the most negative coin. Okay, let me say you pick the most negative coin, or you pick the pumping coin. You come here on your parameters, martingale strategy bot, next, trade setting. You set your parameters very well. Now here, in the past, we were not able to change the strategy mode. Can you see? Now here we can put in the strategy mode right away. Can you see? We can now choose whether it can be in whole warehouse mode. We can now choose if it will be in sub-bin mode or it will be in sub-bin mode real-time settlement right away. So most of you, I know you like profit. You like that when your robot buys from the fifth call coming down, it should be buy sub-bin mode real-time settlement. But me as Julius, I like the sub-bin mode. Someone is saying enlarge your screen. It is you who needs to enlarge the screen. What do? You double tap in the screen so that it depicts your eyes. Because this is a phone, it's not a, it is not what? It's not a laptop. This is a phone. So if you want to see better, you double tap the screen. You, the seer, I don't know if here. People who are not seeing, when you double tap your screen, I hope you get a better view. You can even put in your fingers, widen, increase it, where you don't see very well. Now here, you can change the strategy mode. But me, my best strategy has been mode. Why? Because here, when my robot sells the fifth call, it uses my profit to move the average price closer to the current price. But if you are this person who says, I need profit, I need profit, I need profit, always go in for the sub-bin mode real-time settlement. Okay, now we have chosen one short. I'm not going to go into the above. We have chosen one short. Now the trigger price. We want our trigger price to be RSI. Now, when you choose RSI, it will give you the length. Those who started with me, what does the length of 6 mean? Those who started with me, what does the length of 6 mean? Let me know in the chat. Those who started with me, what does the length of 6 mean? Because I have a choice to choose on the arrow to be 6, to be 12, to be 24. Those of you started with me. Now, what does the length of 12 mean? What does the length of 12 mean? What does the length of 12 mean? Those of you started with me. Moderate, thank you. And now 24. What does the length of 24 mean? What does the length of 24 mean? So those who have just come in, I explained that the length of the stochastic RSI comes in 3 phases. 1, it comes with 6, which is fast movement. It means the RSI is looking at the recent 6 candles, and it will be moving faster because it's looking at less data. The 24, the 12 will be looking, the 12 will be slow. So it is me. Do I want a faster RSI? Do I want a moderate RSI? Do I want a slow RSI? Because I'm going to use the RSI to enter this coin. Are we together? Give me a one in the chat if that is clear once again. For the time frame, it is fixed. For the time frame, it is fixed. It is 15 minutes time frame. Then let's go to the condition. Now, the condition, you can choose to go in for the oversold. When you tap in the oversold here, you will not be able to change the signal value here. Because the oversold, we said, when we draw our RSI like this is 20. Below 20, it is over what? Oversold. If you remember that, give me a 2 in the chat. And we said above 80, it is overbought. So that's why when you say oversold here, you will not be able to change this 20. Give me a 2 in the chat if I'm clear. So when you say the condition is oversold, you will not be able to change the signal value down here, okay? But you can say, I want my RSI robot to buy when it is greater than, then I say I want it to be greater than 50. You see, when I say greater than 50, it means that when the RSI will move above 50, that is when the robot should buy. Give me a 5 in the chat if you have understood. I want greater than 50. So when the RSI of this coin I want to choose, when it goes above 50, that is when my robot will buy. So I can decide to say I want less than. I want less than what? Then less than 50. It means that, yes, 50 is here. But before the RSI reaches 50, it will buy. I can even say less than 10. It means that when the coin will drop, the RSI will drop in the oversold area, less than 10. Then I say buy when it's less than 60. Are we following? If you have understood greater than and less than, give me a yes in the chat. If you have understood greater than or less than, give me a yes in the chat. How we use the two. Give me a yes in the chat. If I'm confusing you, ask before I continue. If I'm confusing you, ask before I continue. Yes, if I'm confusing you, ask before I continue. Now let comers start from where we started. You need to go back where you started from. My network is not connecting. The good thing, I have streamed this on the YouTube channel. Now some they don't understand. Some they don't know what I'm talking about. Some they are confused. Now, those who came early, I hope you have understood. Those who came early, are we okay? Those who came early, are we okay? Those who came early, are we okay? Let me know. Those who came early from where I started from, are we okay? Those who came early, are we okay? Hey, those who came early, we okay? Yes, those who came early, we are very okay. Because my network, you see when it is off the other side. Because my network is very bad. And I want to finish. My network is very bad. And I want to finish. Those who came very early, they are very okay. The latecomers are now salivating. Had I known it, they did not share the link very early on our group. They did not share the link very early on our group. I shared the link during the time. Yeah, they would have told us that this will be the lesson that he will teach. Someone here on a video call is busy eating. Let me switch him off because he might reach home. And people are saying, I saw you on a video. Okay. Now latecomers. My network will push me out of this. Let me repeat. RSI is relative strength index. It is a line that moves with the move of the market. When the market goes up, it goes up. When the market goes down, it goes down. Okay. When the market goes up, it goes up. When the market goes down, it goes down. Now, as this line is moving up, down, up, down, up, down, three important lines. One, it is the line that is down here. Okay, and this line is a 20 area, is in the middle, and this line is a 50 area, and there's a line above, and it is an 80 area. When the market is below 20, it is in the oversold area. When the market is above 80, it is in the overbought. When the market is in between 20 and 80, it is. Now, instead of putting up a price at which we want the robot to buy, we want to instruct the RSI that when the RSI is this point, robot to buy. And so, instead of us telling the robot enter at this price, when the robot use the movement of the RSI in the market. Now, this RSI has what we call the RSI length. And this comes in 3. It has a 12. It means it looks, let me start. It has a 6. It means it looks at the recent 6 candles and puts up a line. Okay. It has a 12. It has a 24. Someone says my network is very poor. Am I loud and clear? But am I loud and clear? Because if I'm clear, then it is your network. You know, sometimes you also need to check yours first before you complain about mine. Eh? You need to check yours first. Today I'm very clear. Check yours first before you complain about mine. May I repeat for you? Naboth is saying I'm very clear. So instead of you saying it is me with the problem, check yours first. Clear, but sometimes it breaks. I know there is a general network issue. That's why I want to. Yeah, I'm very clear. You see, I'm very. You see me, I'm focusing on the positive. I'm very clear. I'm very clear. You are clear, sir. Hey, I'm positive people. But also, I'm thinking about those who are saying I'm not clear. But let me know, am I loud and clear? Can we continue? Can we continue? Can we continue? Because these people, before the network, can we continue? Now, the length of 6 looks at the recent 6 candles. And the length of 12 looks at the recent 12 candles. And the length of 24 looks at the recent 24 candles. So when you choose 6, the length will be faster. When you choose 12, the RSI length will be moderate. When you choose 24, the RSI length. Now, I come here, it is asking triggering price. We are 2 traders. The first trader wants to enter a price at which he wants his robot to start. No, late comers are bringing problems. Am I back now? Am I back? Let me know. Am I back? Let me know. Can you hear me? Give me a one in the chat if you can hear me. The network is very bad, so the late comers are becoming a problem. So instead of me putting up a trigger price here at which I want my robot to buy, I will choose where there is trigger price. I will choose an indicator to give the robot an entry in the market without the price. So I will choose the RSI, and that's where we have started with. And so when you are using the RSI, you can decide to use a 6 perimeter. It means a faster line that moves faster. The time frame for it is strict, it is 15. Now the condition, you can tap on the condition and you say, I want the oversold. You remember when we drew the RSI, we say when it is below 20, it is in the oversold. That's why this one you can't change. When you tick oversold, you can't change this here. But at the same time, I might decide to say that I don't want to be in the oversold. I want to make sure that my RSI buys. I want to make sure that my RSI buys when my RSI buys when it is above 20. So since the lines are 3, I want when it is greater than what? Then I say when it is greater than, let me say 50. It means when it has gone above the middle line, let my robot buy. But still I could say, let it buy when it is less than 70. Or let it buy when it is less than 30. Are you getting what I mean? If you understand what I mean, give me a yes in the chat. I'm not talking about signals. I'm talking about you picking the coin by yourself. What's wrong with people? Someone is saying current price. Now, I can also decide to add on another condition on the RSI. Here, I'm using 6. I love when it is above 50. Let me say greater than 50 here, when it is above 50. Now, I want to use the second condition here. I want it to be a little bit slow, 24, 15 minutes. And I want it to be also greater than 50, for example. It means that this coin that I want to pick to trade, I want it when on these 3 lines of RSI, it is above here. That's the condition I'm saying, above the 50 line that I want my robot to buy. And when I tap save and I tap sure and I activate, can you see? Waiting for the RSI to trigger to make the first buy. Give me a one in the chat if you have understood. You see, it is now waiting for my RSI to trigger. It's not using preset price. It is waiting. So you can now use an indicator for the robot to buy for you in the market. This is the first robot in the whole world to do this. You are now using an indicator that once the market, the RSI, 1 for 6 and 1 for 24, go above the 50%, they go above the 50%, let my robot buy. If you have already liked this, give me a yes in the chat. So You don't need to go on the market. You look at the graph here. You say, where is the RSI? Where is the RSI? Where is the RSI? Where? You don't need all of this. Now we have learned how to set a coin using the RSI. Can we go to another one? So now someone may decide to say, for me, I want the oversold area. Okay, so you create martingale, next. Then you put in your parameters on trade setting as you want them. Then you come here. Instead of trigger price, you tap on RSI. For you are saying you want the oversold. You want a 6 oversold, and you want, let me say, a 12 oversold. Can you see that, friends? Can you see that? I'm not discussing signals. I'm discussing if you want to pick a coin by yourself. Me, I'm not discussing signals. My topic is nothing to do with the signals. Please, people with signals, leave me alone. I'm not discussing signals here. You want to pick a coin by yourself. So you want your robot to buy when the coin has been oversold. You see? Then I save. I tap sure. You see? If it is already in the oversold, then I tap activate. The good thing, there is no USDT in that. You see? Waiting for the RSI to trigger to buy the first time. Give me a yes in the chat if you have understood. Give me a yes in the chat if you have understood how to use RSI to pick a coin for trading. Give me a yes in the chat if you have understood how to use RSI to pick a coin for trading. Now I want to go to another one. Another one you could put here on the, it is KDJ, but I will first do MACD. Now I'm going to go to MACD. Now what is a MACD? Now let me share my screen. The good thing, this meeting is streamed live. Network might disturb me as I'm repeating for people. I know some of us understand faster, some of us understand slowly, but the good thing, the meeting is streamed live. Now let me go to the MACD. Okay. The word MACD means moving average, convergence, it has two lines. One is like one is all. It is called DIF. Guys, network is very serious. That's why I want. But are we following? This is a war. Network. Network. It's not easy, but you see, I won't give up. Am I back now? Hey. This is not a joke. Network. Someone says I can pick a trade for you using RSI. If time allows, I'm gonna just pick a trade. So MACD. So MACD is a very good indicator. It has a line. Let me use black. Where is black color? It has a line usually very straight like this. And this line is called the zero line. It's called the zero what? The zero line. What does the zero line do? The zero line separates the green side. Usually green bars like this. Like this. Like this. Then after green bar, they are usually red bars. Like this. They start small. They keep on increasing. Like this. Like this. Like this. Like this. Like this. Like this. Then after the red, you have the green bars. Start small. Please, like this. Like this. Like this. Like this. Like this. Like this. Then I stop. Then the red bars come again. This, like this, this. Then the green bars come again. Like this, like this, like this. These, either green or red, they are called histograms. Either green or red, they are called histogram. Whether they are green or red, they are called histogram. The zoom is streaming live. So the zero line, this zero line, it separates the green side and the red what? The red side. Give me one in the chat if you have understood that. Now, as these histograms are forming, they are separated by this zero line. If you have understood the zero line, give me one in the chat because it is going to be important. Separates why is this here? It is separated by the zero line. So the green side is separated. The green side and the red side is separated by the zero line. Now, two lines now appear. These two lines, they might start from below, like this. Then come down, then go up, then come down, then go up, like that. Now, these lines are two. This first line is what we call the MACD, or they call it the differential, DIF. This is the difference. It is the difference of what? I don't know if you guys were following, but I'm trying to see that I make you follow. I don't know how I will do it, but I'm trying my level best to make sure that you follow. I'm not going to go into these moving averages to explain, but this is what you need to know. It is either called the DIF. It is the difference between the faster moving exponential moving average and the slower exponential moving average. I'm not going to go to that, but just understand it. Then it usually has a second line. Look at, follow very closely. The second line is this one. It goes like this. Then it crosses here like this. Then it crosses here like this. Then it might come and cross here like this. Then it crosses here like this. Then it crosses here like this. Now, do you see this crossover here? Let me use red. Do you see this crossover here? Now, this second line is called the DEA, D-E-A, or they call it the signal line. Now, when the signal line crosses the MACD line, it is called a golden cross. And when it happens here like this, it is called a death cross. A death cross means that the market is going to go down. A golden cross means that the market is going to go up. Give me a 2 in the chat if you have understood it. When this line crosses this line, and it is facing up, to make the people who don't want to understand, and it is facing up, it is called a golden cross. When it is crossing and it is facing down, it's called a death cross. So sometimes you need to simplify until people don't want to understand, they understand. Give me a 2 in the chat if you have understood. When it is crossing and facing up, it is called a golden cross. When it is crossing and facing down, it's called a death cross. So that people don't want to understand, they understand. Now, listen to me very well. It doesn't mean that all the time it will cross from this red area. You see here, do you see this cross? It happened below 0. Do you see this cross also here? It happened below 0. Do you see this cross here? It also happened below 0. Sometimes the crossover of this one can happen here, like this, facing up. It means this coin is going to pump. When it crosses below here, it means the market is going to go up, but it may not pump. But when it crosses above here, the coin is going to pump. The same thing, when the crossover of going down happens here in the red area, here the crossover going up happened in the green area. The cross for going down, if it happens in the red area below the 0, the coin is going to dump. Dumping means the coin is going to go down very badly. Pumping means the coin is going to go up very badly. So here it is massive. Very well, very well. Am I trying to explain? You know, sometimes you try to explain until you try to explain. Am I clear? Someone says, but this is more. Am I clear? Is my message home? Here, the market is going to go up, but it will not pump. Here, the market is going to go up, but it will not pump. Here, the market is going to go up, but it's not going to pump. But if the crossover happens here in the green area, the coin will pump. Here, the market is going to go down, but it will not dump. But if the crossover happens below the 0 line, the coin will dump. Now let's go practical. Let's go practical. Now, the buying here, it is saying it's going to use a trigger area. Now, the trigger area, we are using a MACD. The trigger price is a golden what? It is a golden what? Give me some answers in the chat. It is a golden cross when the market crosses, planning to go up. It is a golden cross when the market is planning to go up. Now it's up to you. This is where now the zero comes in play. Do you want it? Do you want the crossover? To be less than zero? Do you want when the crossover has happened below zero? Or you want when the crossover has happened above zero? Can you see the two? Here you want it below zero. Here you want it above zero. Have you got the difference, friends? Give me a two in the chat if you are getting the difference. Here you, sure. So here you want it below zero. Here you want it above zero. Above. Here you want it below. Here you want when the golden cross happens below zero. Here you want when the golden cross happens above zero. So if you want it above zero, it means this coin will have to be a pumping coin. If you want it below zero, this coin will be a moderate coin. But let me give you the secret. I know most of you want above zero. Sometimes when the golden cross happens above zero, it may pump very fast and go down very fast. So sometimes you might go in with when it is below zero to get a moderate crossover. So here you save. You don't need to do anything. Trading has become very easy. Then you tap start. You see what he's saying? The robot is waiting. He's waiting for the MACD to trigger the first buy. So I don't need to be on the chart. Where is MACD? Where is MACD? Where is MACD? You see? Now I'm showing you MACD, friends. I want to show you MACD. Can you see the MACD? Where is the crossover planning to happen? Can we see where the crossover is planning to happen? Can we see? Can we see where the crossover is planning to happen? It's planning to happen where? Below. Now for you say, I will not suffer with this coin. I don't want to buy it when it is happening below. Then you say, it might give me issues. Crossover, come here, crossover happen when you are above zero. Then you save. So it will wait until this market crossover here is above zero. When the crossover goes above there, that's when it will buy. Are we clear? Give me a 2 in the chat if I'm clear. So that's how now Royalq becomes the first software in the whole world to use indicators for people to buy. Today, I will stop on those two. I don't want to overteach. I will stop on those two. I don't want to overteach. I will stop on those two. I don't want to overteach. So you can now go freely. You can either use the RSI, you can either use the MACD. Set a coin without looking at it, without looking at prices, and you make profit. I want to thank you so much for this call. This call is now streaming live. I want to stop before so many people get confused. This call is streaming live onto our YouTube channel, the Crypto Ambassadors. It is a new parameter that you can use to pick coins without analyzing the market, as long as you know how the RSI works, as long as you know how the MACD work, and you make money. Ladies and gentlemen, go to the YouTube channel, Crypto Ambassadors. I can show you. Can someone post the link so that those who have not understood, you watch again before you stay here and I over confuse you with another indicator. So it is here, streaming live. People are saying, one more up, repeat. Let me give you the link here so that you can go there by yourself, watch it over and over and over and over. We are now going to suffer with money. So if you have a bag, if you have a bag where that has never stored money, I'm looking for it. You have a bag that has never stored money. If you have it, you want. yeah, you have